But before we get to the Rouge stage... I don't know, Tails. I think I will get away with this, because you're a bitch. I wrote you a song! You're a bitch! A bitch, a bitch, a bitch, a bitch, a bitch, a bitch! Ugh, security hall. The gimmick of this one is you got 5 minutes for the stage. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Let's go, Rouge. 5 minutes should be plenty. Here we go. You got 5 minutes to find all 3 Chaos Emeralds. Good luck. If you didn't get the pick nails, don't worry. You can still dig into the containers, I believe, but even then... One of the big reasons why I don't like this stage all too much is, again, as I mentioned, how labyrinthic it is. It's not complicated. It just gets annoying at times. Mostly because of how spread out things get. What the hell? Okay, pink green. I think I know where it is. Yeah, this level on hard mode sucks absolute balls. Because I think you still have the timer to deal with. There's green here. Raptors? Okay. Hiding up there. That does not help! I might actually just restart this stage at this rate. Have you checked your butthole? Skid up, bit up, butthole. A block. This area is divided into 3 different segments. A block, B blocks, actually no, 4 segments. A block, B block, C block, and what I call a D block, which is just higher, even higher up still. There we go, finally. Yeah, you know what? I want to restart this. Fuck this stage. Still, some butts do contain gems. Yes, we don't contemplate that. Okay. Much better. Some of the vaults are locked up until you find the switch for that block. And otherwise, you can't pick into them. At all. There it is. Come on! Frick you. Game! I love the attachment point on this game sometimes. One more to go. I guess either C or D block. Full Capasteel Soul Stone 5. There it is. Very easy. This time around. There's the A string that I'm looking for. Yeah, Dark Side Story stages are supposed to be harder, huh? Uh-oh. Can't believe I gone this far just to fail. This is Flying Dog. Hey, you like 123 Bigfoot? You like Hotshot? Guess what? Flying Dog is more the same. I don't know why they insisted on using the same boss multiple times like this. Maybe someone on the dev team liked it? Maybe it was just easier to program. I don't know. Regardless of the matter, stupid easy. And it's even easier because Rouge can fly. How did that miss? Boink! Technically, you could just glide into this thing. I like going into it because it's fun. Whee! Yes, it's a dreamy robot. And it's been felled. Mrs. Rouge, I've got a small problem. Can't believe I'm trapped inside this locked safe with a Chaos Emerald. Guess I'm not gonna be calling myself a treasure hunter anymore. 10 minutes. Now, unlike Sonic, where we had 8 minutes, we got only 10 to deal with this one. Also, the music here is really good. I have no idea what the lyrics of this stage are. Don't ask me. I believe we get the Lightspeed Dash as our power-up in this one. I might be mistaken. Is that actually, I'm just gonna stop mentioning that potential power-up in the stage because I seem to keep forgetting it. I remember, it's somewhat simple to sequence break this stage in places, if you know what you're doing. It's also not that long, despite the 10-minute time. One of the few instances of invincibility in this game. In a place where it doesn't really matter. Yep, Lightspeed Dash. Perfect. It does goof a little bit because the shield we've got. Just be quick about it. You should be good. You can grind up a lot of rings in this stage if you know what you're doing. It's deceptively easy. Also, in a blink and you miss it moment, there was a big there. I think actually always mess me up. Don't dash. Agreed. How you doing, Shadowquell? B. Oh well. Like, with Mag Shield, you just need to be quicker on the button than you realize. Because, again, it does attract one or two of the rings from the chain. They do fix this in future games, so... well, future games that have a Magnet Shield and Lightspeed Dash in it. So far, stream's going well. Yeah, and... there's only one real Sonic, but use a bitch. You got this, Sonic! You got this, Sonic! You got this, Sonic! You got this, Sonic! Anyway. Also, in a blink and you miss it moment, there is a hidden big underneath the cage here. I don't know what he's doing there. But he's there, creeping. He survived worse. Hi, Shadow here. Also, it says Eggman Bomb Bomb. Since when was Eggy so cutesy with his names? Shadow, what do you think it's like on Earth? The professor says life's work was dedicated to all those who live down there. He once told me the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science. I don't know anything anymore. I often wonder why I was created, what my purpose is for being here. Maybe if I go down there, I can find the answers. Maybe. Why so melancholy? That was unexpected. So unlike you, Shadow, to come rescue me. Your ability to use chaos control certainly comes in handy. You know, I didn't come to save you. I came back for the emeralds. Yeah. Then again, that's not the whole story, is it? Everything's ready to go. You sure? We only have 6 of the emeralds, you know. That's more than enough for the demonstration. Let's get the show on the road. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my wife and he said his dick was this big. Anyway. You guys know the reference. I'm not gonna quote it word for word. Just know, I have a huge penis. It's the size of this walnut, except it's way smaller. In actuality, this is the size of my dick. It's a real bitch breaker. That's a bitch. I mean, yeah, I am too. Now, instead of pissing on the moon, I will jizz on it! I call this attack 300 million per shot! Because that's how many casualties will happen if I shoot this. He'll give you 23 and a half hours. The extra half hours to pray to whatever egg god you believe in. Wait, this is about Gareth, also here's the moon. Well, that was impressive. You managed to create havoc on the whole planet. Does this now mean we control control it and do as we choose? The cannon will take too much time to charge up. Want to unleash its full potential? You'll need that last emerald. Where in the world have you been? Something happened. My threats fell on deaf ears. Oh, look at you, throwing a tantrum like a little kid. How embarrassing. Don't forget you're in a bargain, Batgirl. The last emerald. We had a deal, right? Where is it? Here. I found this. Oh, why didn't you show me this before? That's nice. Station Square saved it from a life-threatening missile attack. The city awarded a famed prize to the boy who saved Station Square. Those tales of powers given Chaos Emeralds a testament for his heroic deeds at a ceremony held at City Hall? This makes things a whole lot easier. Go back to Earth, find them fast. I want that Chaos Emerald. You get that? Since they're the most discouraged, would it be Mass Bloods? Potentially, yeah. But I think they hand wave it in the future that, like, Eggy repairs the moon for whatever reason. I know in Sonic X it was a plot point that Eggy repairs the moon just to try to force his technology on people. Also, fuck this stage. Ugh. It's a big stage. I don't know whose bright idea was it to say, yo dog, we put all this effort to make a racing game and we made a stage for Tails, why not make a stage for Rouge too? I'm already dying. On the bright side, it does introduce ramps. On the downside, those ramps can sometimes lead you into the pit, even when they're not supposed to. Because Sonic Adventure 2 was programmed on duct tape. Also, these turns are the worst. Not only are there holes in the highway, which I'm pretty sure is a safety hazard, there are also instances of hairpin turns and 360s like these, which I don't understand the practicality. Sometimes they sneak up on you. But the music doesn't save this stage. It sucks. I dare you to convince me otherwise. This stage sucks. And for multiple reasons. Not only is the layout just absolutely god-awful, not only do the gimmicks sometimes not work, but this also leads into a point of discussion, the missions. I think I've mentioned at one point that getting all the A ranks in Sonic Adventure 2 is a nightmare. And I have done nothing but harp on two specific stages in particular for the reason why. Those stages are Tails' Route 101 and Rouge's Route 280. I think I mentioned that the usual 5 missions that occur in stages are, hey, clear the stage, get as good of a score as you can, get a very high score. Mission 2, collect 100 rings as fast as possible. Mission 3, find the lost Chow. Mission 4, complete the stage within the time limit. Mission 5, complete hard mode. Fuck! Naturally, this means that because some of these missions are impossible for the driving stages, they introduce entirely new missions. The first and 5th missions are always the same. It's always, hey, clear the stage as fast as possible or get a big score, usually a big score. Mission 2, I believe, is still collect 100 rings. I might be mistaken on that one. Feel free to correct me. Mission 3 and 4, however, is where we get into the headache. Mission 3 is clear the stage without touching any of the walls. You're noticing something on this in how difficult that is to do. That's a wall touch. Mission 4 takes it up to 11, because it asks for you to complete the stage without hitting any other drivers. And because on paper that sounds relatively easy, they crank up the number of drivers on the road by about triple. For missions 3 and 4, each time that you hit the wall or otherwise hit a driver, based on the mission, you have to restart the entire stage from the beginning. They force it. I also want to point out that Rouge especially gets a very short end of the stick because she gets these narrow hallways here. So the mission 4, don't hit any of the walls, becomes a nightmare. The mission don't hit any of the drivers becomes even more of a nightmare. Because if you somehow get into one of those bottlenecks and there's a driver that happens to be there, you are forced to slow down or otherwise hit them and forced to restart the entire stage. You want to know the reason why Rune and I have yet to get all A ranks in Sonic Adventure 2? It's because of Rouge. It's because of this stage. It's a right bitch. And yes, I am going to become a bitch by complaining about it. Frick. You should have thought the places in music video games keep it silent. It's also embarrassing when it's like a mom van handles better than your stupid car. Mood. I also want to point out, Rouge's vehicle here is pretty cool. Like, where else can you claim to have a vehicle shaped like your head? So all that gun money has her really well off, huh? Sonic game expects you to do the speed limit hypocrisy. That's more common than you think. Co-ops in several stages of Sonic Colors, which ask you to take your time. Several stages in Sonic 1, actually the majority of Sonic 1 asks you to take your time. I don't think I mentioned it, but there is a brake button. Fuck. Is that how you drive to round 1? With all the swerving and bumping into walls? Jeez, you must be really excited. I want to go to a round 1 at some point. Again, like, I know where 1 is. There's a mall in the same city as my workplace that it's in, along with a whole bunch of other shops. But again, because of the whole I lack insurance thing, because family wants to have less money to pay on things, and because I don't really leave the house all that often. I just don't have... And finally, not having an IRL social group kind of scarfers that plans. Like, most of the people at my workplace are not into that type of scene. And otherwise, everyone I know, including on here, is other states or otherwise UK. Sad. Just leave it. Oh! Right, I think I mentioned there is a brake button, I believe, but it kind of just works whenever it feels like it. Fuck that cab. And we're pretty much at the end. Just a few more bumpy bits of road to deal with. This is a straightaway. Finally. Ugh. This is not an A rank. I can guarantee you. Celebratory card pack. Please give me something good. B! Fuck you, game. Actually, a little bit salty. Ooh, Beetle Gabamon. Hate being a bridge red for that long? Oh, shit, right. Copy that. I'm in pursuit. I forgot Shadow gets this stage. Now, as a kid, I got stumped on this stage for the longest time because I didn't realize these things, you have to homing attack them. Nowhere is this explained. Not in the manual, not in any of the game. So for the longest time, I would end up just jumping on this thing, bouncing like this, and like, okay, how the hell do I make progress? Maybe I was a dumb kid, but, like, that's really not obvious. Oh, shit! No! I mean, yeah, there are Omochao exists, but at the same right, do you see an Omochao here? This is the first time this is introduced. There's no Omochao to explain it. This is the second time it's introduced, or third time it's introduced, technically. No Omochao to explain it. Kinsey! Also, apparently that rail is a trick. A Let's See trick. These enemies are invincible. I don't know why they introduced them here. Because, like, this is the end of the stage. It's a very short stage. And of course, this is like a D rank. Oh, C. Not bad. Ooh, next antibody. Very shiny War Greymon and a Green Scramble. Level planning 100. Exactly. I don't know what they're planning, but I'll be sure to give them a warm welcome. A warm bit of welcome. You little thieves. Did you really think you could get out of here alive? Come and get some, Eggman. Just leave it to me. Ooh. This time, I'll take your lives as well as the Chaos Emerald. I call on you to destroy these pests. Come out, my son. Go on. Now, I always find this hilarious. The Golem appears. Now go. Squash that blue hedgehog, son. Squash! Okay. Teria! Bonk. Sonic effortlessly defeats the Golem. And it goes haywire. It's like Sonic's head must have broken the restraining mechanism. What a piece of junk. Now Eggman has to fight the Egg Golem. Maybe I'd slow start like Gigas. Now, because it's Eggy that's fighting this guy, he does have a lot more teeth on him. If you're not careful with the platforming, you'll fall into the sand below, and last I checked, that sand is an instant death hazard. The gimmick of the fight is relatively simple, just shoot him in the face a whole bunch up until... Ow. Up until his titty plate is exposed. Really simple.
Green light for launch. Primary engine ignition on.
Yes and no, Kia.
10.
We got through half of it last stream.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the dark side story.
Liftoff.
While last week we handled the light side story. Starting next week, we're going to be focusing on the A rank part of it, the A rank run part of this, which I'm not looking forward to. How's it going, Doctor? Oh, what do you mean they escaped? That's fine. I'll just go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the Space Colony Control? Here to leave for bed? Enjoy, sleepies. What? Thanks, Kia. Password is M-A-R-I-K. Maria, huh? I heard that name somewhere before. Oh, well. This is it. Research Project Shadow, the ultimate life form. Let's see now. Can't be right. Just shadows. Guess I'll have to take the last piece of the Master Emerald. Asper! This is the worst stage in the game! Why do we have to be here? Mad Space is annoying for a multitude of different reasons. One, it's the most labyrinthine treasure hunting stage in the game. Web character password for control of your entire space station. I know, right? Simpler time back then. Bright. 3 different planets, central platform, and a tower. But 2, the hit system is obnoxious. They reason it as the cosmic energy in this area has scrambled the hint monitors, making them relatively unhelpful. Hence the name Mad Space. I call it Ass Space. The 3 hints each have a gimmick to each of them. The first hint is always reversed. So in this case, it is a box surrounded by red lights. The second hint outright lies to you. This says the complete opposite. The third hint, even though it's supposed to be specific, just says it's not in X or Y or Z location. Yeah, the music is nice, but this stage sucks! As I mentioned, there are 3 different planetoids to explore, and, yeah, if that were just the only issue I'd have to deal with, then I wouldn't be complaining this hard. But I'm a right bitch for the right reasons. To access the missiles, you gotta hit a switch, and to hit that switch, you need a power-up. That power-up is the iron boots, if I remember correctly. I don't remember where they are. I think you're railroaded until you get them. So in other words, you have to go to the yellow planetoid here. The physics on each planetoid are different, and they don't make sense. It constantly scrambles your controls while you're in the air, at weird times. Have I mentioned that each of the planetoids are somewhat labyrinthine too? I'm sleepy in the bed. No! Don't steal my bed! I need that! I'm in it! This is me holding up, by the way. Okay, it's in the side of this thing. Finally, iron boots. I should just start with that now.
Jackie Bunny!
Just, this stage is just way too damn big. It's way too damn big, way too labyrinthine. The physics on each of the planetoids is god-awful and annoying to deal with. And remember, there's like 15 different Emerald Shard locations. and the game picks 3 at random. It's nothing but a test of RNG to figure out which spawns the game is giving you. And for all intents and purposes, it could mean that you're traveling to all 3 planetoids. Or worse, the spire, far above it. Which apparently is what we're doing this time. Oh my god. You know, I said there are 3 sections to this stage, or that there are 4 sections to this stage. I lied, there are 5. Not only is there the spire up here, but there's also a whole mess of revolving platforms all the way toward the bottom of the stage, where if you're not careful, then you will fall off the entire stage and perish. Game design! It went out the window in this stage. There we go. The one bright side to this is the RNG for picking where the spawn locations are is that emerald pieces will never spawn on the same planetoid twice. Like that's much of a bonus. Shit. Okay, this time it's blue light valve. I believe every time you perish, the spawn locations reset. Almost done the dark story. Hog. Okay, so it's up on the dildo. Got it. Well, this time. Oh, I'm almost done. Yeah, on the bright side. Okay, the highest place. I'm here the whole way. Nope, I don't see it anywhere. Use a rocket on platform with a yellow tower. Got it. I missed. And because I missed, I gotta glide back, try again. Just, this stage isn't fun. It's a terrible gimmick. It's a terrible idea. It's just mean. Yeah, because I missed, I get a popsicle. And an E rank. If there's any basic stage that's gonna give me a hard time, it's that one. Speaking of a hard time, did you find my emeralds? That's a good one. Your emerald? Talking to you is a waste of time. Yeah, out in the open with no landmarks. Mad Space is the absolute trough of game design. It is the worst designed stage in this game. You can fight me on that. Lol. Can't fight the truth, the space arc is terrible. Just Meteor Turd and Ass Space are the worst stages in the game. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It makes the absolute worst parts of Sonic Adventure 2 Treasure Hunt stages even worse than usual. Way too obnoxiously big, annoying gimmicks that just cause you to lose your patience. Like, Meteor Herd is at least kind of tolerable, because while the Meteor Rain is annoying, it's somewhat manageable. but it doesn't excuse it for being unnecessarily large. Pumpkin Hills, there's a Big the Cat hidden there? Yes! I don't remember where. If I remember correctly, there was at least like 20 different locations for hidden bigs within Sonic Adventure 2. I might be mistaken. I probably want to research that now. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, sorry. 30 different hidden bigs in stages. Technically multiple for the absolute last stage of the game. And several instances in cutscenes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in cutscenes. Green switchyard. Okay. Favorite stage in the game, Cosmic Wall! And it's mostly because the gimmick of this stage. You do move a little bit slower in this stage. But more than that, your hover can help you rise for a short period of time. You got low gravity to deal with. As a result of that, and the higher concentration of enemies, this is also an easy stage to get your A rank in. And I believe the power-up of this stage is the armor plating? Wait, hold on. Extra wings. The boost that you get from the hover does wear off after a point, well, in two different ways. Either A, if it's the second time you hover in the air, or B, if you hover consecutively for 4 seconds. It's not infinite. But you get more than enough for what you need. If I remember correctly, the power-up of the stage is a little bit on the hints. Here we go. The protection armor. This gives Eggman, I believe, 20% more HP. You won't notice it immediately because you might have gotten a hit along the way. But now the gauge will start to get a dark blue color. Also, auto turret section. This is just easy points. You physically can't get hurt in this section. And of course, I somehow get hurt. Don't ask me how I managed that. I don't even know. hit. And of course, again. Oh, there goes all the chow money. Fine. Right side. Easy stage is easy stage. Because as cool as the gimmick is for this stage, it does make it a little bit too easy. You gotta be kidding me. Kidding. Loopy dance. There we go. And everyone in a boss fight, in a shooter level, there you go. Just mash the button, it's that simple. It is impossible to lock onto any of the drills on this. You just shoot it a bunch until it goes away, or until you go away. That's it. Easiest stage of the game cleared. B!
This is also an easy stage to get your A rank.
Fuck you, game. Whatever. You're not sweet, Amy. You're not innocent. Also, I've got a gun. You wanna see it? If you value your life, tell me where Sonic and Tails are, or become my hostage. I don't care which. But she's so babby. I don't care. In the future, she leads the resistance against me. Yep. You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald. How'd you know it wasn't a real one? Tails, because you just told me, Fox Boy. Oh, check. Now, the little space ride. I'm going to drive him. Farewell, Sonic the Fleshlight. Wait, what was that last part? Now, we have some unfinished business to take care of. Give me the real emerald, I'll release you both. You have my promise. Sonic asked me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up. Chance to go around for that? Yeah, unfortunately.
What have you done to Sonic?
The delivery on that is always so awkward. Alright, versus Tails. I did say that Tails gets slightly more offensive power-ups than Eggy. I lied. Because you know that blue laser blast that Tails has? Eggy gets a variant of it too. Also, boy! Honestly, the only advantage Tails has is maneuverability, and even then, not that much more. Boy! Especially since Eggy gets the protective shield power-up, it does make shooting gallery stages a lot easier for him specifically. I guess he was a regular hedgehog after all. Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle. 6 over here. I don't think so. So that was your plan from the beginning, huh? Was a direct order from the president. Now I know who you are. The government spy, Rouge the Bat. So you did your homework, that it? I would say that's an invasion of privacy. I'd say the same about you. Looks like things aren't quite going your way. But since my job was done, now it's time to take what's mine and get out of this place. What a creature, isn't you? Look who's talking. What about you? Here are the results of that research project from called the Ultimate Life Form. But this picture is of the real Ultimate Life Form, Shadow. Exactly who or what is standing in front of me? Shadow, someone else is trying to get the Eclipse cannon. There's not much time left before the cannon fires again. You can get over there. If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for you. You really believe you're the real Shadow? No. Even your memories might not be real enough. Even if they're not, it's still me. I'll fulfill my promise to Maria. That's the only thing that matters. So this is a plotline that goes all over the place. Also, Shadow is backwards. I don't know why this game does this. Right, this is a plotline that goes all over the place, gets semi-retconned and semi-not. It goes up in the air as to whether or not Shadow is actually still alive after the whole gun incident happens, or if the Shadow that we're playing as is just an android. This game does not explore that, it's Shadow the Hedgehog that explores that. And the answer is yes. The Shadow we're playing as is the actual Shadow. There are android Shadows that exist that have duplicate variants of his memories. Or duplicate copies, sorry, of his memories. But usually the one Shadow that we play as is the, or otherwise is most featured, ends up being the genuine Shadow. As for this stage, it's kind of a breather level, to be honest. Not that difficult. The only real annoyance of it are these cylinders, which warp your gravity when you get close to them. Whoa! Not terrible to deal with, just annoying. I believe in, shit! That sucks. That really sucks. Of course, we got glitched. The explosion somehow the shit became good until the timelines his personality could be what of the rights just want at the time. Yeah, probably. But he'll still be moody edgelord. With a soft spot. Shit. Yep. Oh my nuggets! I normally don't have this many difficulties with this stage. What's going on? Ah. There is a reason why I'm not using Spin Dash. And it's because it gets pretty unpredictable and unusable. Also, this is the reason why I wanted to go up here, get the Mystic Melody. Maybe Soul Deck would be fun against the Queen. No, tell your first change to the cards are Pars, Death Munch, and Death Munch. Ouch. So in other words, your Oops All Souls deck became a Oops all, No Souls deck. Shit! I tried to double back for the checkpoint and I missed. Mission Impossible music is a descent from singing from ceiling to give like head pats. She deserves them. She's a good girl. More than that. Just gonna default to some of the multiplayer tactics for a little bit, don't mind me. Because yes, a good lot of the stages appear in the multiplayer of this game, and that's most of my experience with Sonic Adventure 2. I have played a decent amount of single player. I know what to expect. I have beaten the game before, multiple times. But I've also played a lot of the multiplayer of this game with my sister, Rune. And because of that, we've both developed a few speedrunning tricks here and there. Well, I say speedrunning. More like shortcuts. Shit, I missed! Saved it. Pretend like nothing happened. You saw nothing. I didn't fuck up. I didn't royally fuck up. There we go. Grind. There we go. Good. You can kind of sequence break the second of the drums. Fourth, fifth. I'm gonna attack those errant from that one. That's fine. You can go through the side paths there for a few more rings. I don't need them. Missed around. pulley. Bonk, bonk. And this is the end of the stage. I think. Or close to it. I don't remember if it was on top or on the bottom of the go. I think it was on top of the go. So we're almost there. Just don't jump up until about here. There we go. It'd be fun if they had a colorless card to transfer effects or enhance from a card in hand to another card in hand. That would be useful in Queen or Voltorb. Yeah. It would make things a bit easier, but at the same rate, that's also the point of Queen and Voltorb. Well, Queen, definitely. For Voltorb, the point of that one is just to explode. We've seen this cutscene before.
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
The Sonic fight works the exact same way as the Shadow fight does. Sonic even uses Chaos Control the same way Shadow does. Lag. Wait for him to attack. God fucking damn it. In cases, it is possible to ring dash into Sonic. Case in point. But it requires a very specific setup, and it's just not practical in many cases. Fuck you. There we go. That shouldn't have worked. That shouldn't have worked, but I'll take it. And to that note, because we've finished with all the stages, I'm just gonna let the remaining cutscenes play and use the bathroom. Also, Eggy selected 7 Central. It doesn't work.